Good afternoon and welcome to another of Tim's Tech Talk videos here at Venom Motorsports Canada. Today we're having a look at the front brake on the X22, and when you look at the front brake, it's an interesting assembly. The front brake, actuated here on the right side of the bike, develops a pressure in the master cylinder, from the master cylinder down to the slave cylinder, and this hydraulic pressure then acts on two pistons within the caliper to push the brake pads together and act on the disc. This is what causes you, of course, to slow down and stop. What's really neat is that this system uses a dual disc technology. So you have two calipers, one on each side of the bike. This is just amazing in terms of stopping, and the engineering behind it is just excellent. So things that you can look for in terms of maintenance. This is the bleeder valve, again, that you can use to bleed any air in the system out of the hydraulics. Again, you just unscrew this a tad. If you have any air after pumping the brakes, the air will come gushing out. And if you only see a solid stream of brake fluid, then you'll know that there's no more air in the system. Again, we have to keep in mind that in a hydraulic system there cannot be any air, as the air will compress. So hydraulic means filled with fluid, and the fluid has to be consistent throughout the braking system without having any air, or the air will compress and the pressure will not be transmitted to the caliper. When you're looking at the caliper has a slider down here that is joined to the brake pad and allows the brake pad to slide forward and backwards. So what will happen under normal operation, you'll squeeze the right brake. As you squeeze the right brake, pressure is developed in the master cylinder. The pressure is transmitted from the master cylinder through the brake line down to the slave cylinders or calipers on either side of the bike, causes the brake pads, pistons to move forward. This then acts on the brake pads, and the brake pads squeeze the disc, causing the bike to come to a halt. Normally you will not have any leakage of any fluid anywhere here, so keep an eye out for that. And about every 2 years, it's wise to change the brake fluid in any hydraulic system, on any braking system. So about every 2 years, change it out. How do you do that? Open the bleed valve here. You can remove the caliper if you like, and simply allow gravity to drain the fluid out. The easiest way to make that happen is to remove these two screws you see here on the master cylinder, allowing atmospheric pressure to act directly on the fluid. The fluid, which is DOT brake fluid, will then drain through the brake line at the base of the caliper that you've opened. Once all the fluid is drained out, simply close it up, fill it up again, squeeze the brake mechanism, and bleed out any air through the bleeder valve that you see right there. Other than that, there are no other adjustments that need to be made. Because of the piston actuators, this system is self-seating and will automatically compensate for any little off-centeredness that you may have. From time to time you will also have to change the brake pads, but this is the sort of thing you're going to be looking at about every 3, maybe 4 years, depending on the type of driving that you do. I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends. Have yourself a great day and enjoy the ride. Take care. Bye-bye.